Welcome to CSEGuru. Now we will discuss if-else statement in C. The next conditional statement in C program is nothing but if-else statement. And this if-else statement is a two-way selection statement. That is, if the condition is true means specific set of statements will execute, and also if the condition is false means for that condition also another specific set of statements will execute. And the basic statement in computer is nothing but the two-way selection statement. The usage of simple if statement is very limited. Generally, we will use this two-way selection statement, that is the if-else statement. And here, the decision described as a conditional statement. So, condition will be specified along with if. And if the condition is true in the sense, specific set of statements will execute. And if the condition is false in the sense, another specific set of statements will execute. So, for true part also, intended statements will be there. It may be a simple statement or compound statement. And for the false part also, specific set of statements will be there. And here also, it may be a simple statement or it may be a compound statement. General flowchart for two-way selection statement is, here condition will be specified and the condition will be evaluated. And if the condition is true means this specific set of statements will execute. And if the condition is false means another specific set of statements will execute. Keep in mind, at a time both the statements won't execute. Only one statement will execute at a time. Either it may be true or it may be false. So, if it is true in the sense, its corresponding statement will execute, and if it is false in the sense, its corresponding statements will execute. And then after execution, cursor will move to the next statements in the C code. So, this is nothing but the two-way selection statement. And this if-else statement comes under the two-way selection statement. If-else is a composite statement used to make a decision between two alternatives. That is, it will check the condition whether it is false or true. So that represents the two alternatives. And the syntax for if-else statement is if immediately with this keyword open bracket, then we need to specify the expression or condition within this brace. And then if the condition is true means specific set of statements will execute. These set of statements will be specified within a block. Statement 1, 2, 3 likewise up to any number of statements we can able to specify. So when the condition is true, this block of statements will execute. And the cursor will move to the next statement in the C code. So this is true part. Suppose if the condition is false means it won't execute this block. Cursor will move to the else part. This else is also a keyword. So cursor will move to the else part and this block of code will execute. And here also any number of statements we can able to specify. So when the condition is false also, it may execute either a simple statement or it may be a compound statement. So after execution of this statement, cursor will move to the next statement in the C code. If it is true in the sense, this block will execute, and if it is false in the sense, this block will execute. At a time, both the block won't execute. Only one block at a time will execute based on the condition. True in the sense, this intended statement, and false in the sense, this intended statements. So the flowchart for if-else statement is if condition will be specified within bracket. If the condition is evaluated to true means it will execute this specific set of statements. Statement 1 up to statement n. And if the condition is evaluated to false means this specific set of statements will execute. And at a time both the statement won't execute. Any one of these statements will execute based on the condition. After execution, cursor will move to the next part of the C code. So this is nothing but the if-else statement in C. So if you are considering the if-else statement, we need to follow certain rules while writing the if-else code. So the first condition is expression must be enclosed within parenthesis. That is, if is a keyword and we have to write in small letter only. Immediately after if, there should be a open bracket. And then we have to specify the condition or expression. Immediately we need to close. And we should not give any space here. So if open bracket, then condition, then close bracket. So the first condition is expression must be enclosed within parenthesis. So within parenthesis, we need to write the expression. And second condition is no semicolon for if-else statement. So here we should not put any semicolon here. We already know each and every statement in C program ends with a semicolon except a few statements. One of the exception is nothing but this if statement. So if statement should not end with a semicolon. Both true statement and false statement can have null statement. So if the condition is true in the sense, this part will execute. And if the condition is false in the sense, that is else part, and else part will execute. So here, both the true statement or false statement, we can able to specify simply a null statement. This null statement we will discuss as a next topic. So we can able to specify null statement here. So null statement is nothing but it doesn't execute anything. So nothing it will execute. No need to specify any statement. So this null statement is specified with this semicolon. So both for the true statement as well as for the false statement, here we can able to specify any number of statement, or if the condition is true, if it does not execute anything in this, simply we can able to specify null statement. Single statement after condition does not require brace. That is, if A greater than B means printf A is greater. So if this condition is true means we are going to execute only one statement. So in that case, this curly brace is not required. So single statement after this condition does not require this brace. Suppose if there are two statements or three statements in the sense, in that case we need to specify this curly brace. So after the condition, it is going to execute only one single statement in the sense curly brace is not required. Multiple statements or compound statements require curly brace. This condition is true means it has to execute multiple statements, that is more than one statement in the sense. In that case, it is must to specify the curly brace. So it is applicable for else part also. After this else part, only one statement if you are going to execute in the sense does not require curly brace. If multiple statements we are going to execute in the sense, in that case it requires curly brace. So these are all the specific conditions we need to follow for if-else conditional statement. So in this session, we have discussed the concept of if-else conditional statement. In the next session, we will discuss examples to implement if-else statement. Thank you for watching this video.